In this video, we're talking triangulation and how the narcissist uses this to get more supply from you and all of their other victims. So let's get into it. All narcissists use some form of triangulation in their relationships. It's something that is seen very consistently with these types of people. A lot of people, when they discuss narcissistic triangulation, they of course talk about the three parts of the triangle: the victim, the rescuer, and the persecutor. The narcissist can actually play any of these roles when they're triangulating two people, but I more so want to talk about why narcissists triangulate and what they get from doing this. And one of the main reasons why triangulation is so vital for a narcissist to do is because, well, we all know what control freaks they are. They need to control every situation. And what better way to get some control than to pit two usually very unsuspecting people against one another, making them compete for the affection and everything else of the narcissist. Possibly get two people to solve the problem that only needs solved once, and to tear down the self-esteem of two people. They can also manage to get control and make this a 2-on-1 fight, perhaps pull in a third party and hone in on the scapegoat, for example, and two completely destroy one. The narcissist still in that scenario has control over both people. The narcissist in every scenario is controlling every single move. Who do we gang up on? Who can I destroy? How many people can I get to solve this problem? And they are running that every step of the way. Control is a big reason to triangulate. But another big reason for this kind of manipulation is that it's a huge source of narcissistic supply. This is the reason they do everything. This works out ×2 for the narcissist when they decide they want to take on the role of the victim. Two people are now scrambling, not just one, to now serve the narcissist, to outdo one another. Or maybe the narcissist plays the victim and runs to the rescuer, making someone out to be the bad guy. The rescuer comes in, does all the dirty work, as I'm sure you and I both know very well. The problem solvers, the fixer, the one who makes everything right. The narcissist, of course, has been so wronged by this other person, right? And we swoop in to save the day. What an ego boost that must be, right? Cry wolf to somebody and have another person come in and white knight and save the day. And all because somebody has done something wrong that probably hasn't done anything that wrong to begin with. No matter how the dynamic begins or ends, what role people take in triangulation fills the narcissist with an ego boost, supply, affection, adoration, and of course, all of the attention. Doesn't matter what part we play in the story, we're all there for a very specific reason. We also know that narcissists love to be right, quote unquote. They are very much so right fighters. They will die on the weirdest hills just to prove they're right about something. They also have an obsessive need to win, again, quote unquote. They need to win the relationship. They need to win the breakup. They always feel the need to come out on top, whatever that necessarily means, in relationships. These needs can also be fulfilled, of course, using triangulation. Doing this really maxes out the narcissist's need to feel superior. This is huge. It ties in with the control and power part of things I spoke about a few minutes ago. Being right, winning, ganging up on the scapegoat, making someone out to be the bad guy who really isn't. This is all goodness to the narcissist. They feel like they've won. They've outsmarted someone, bested them, got something over on a person. They feel like they're smarter than the scapegoat or the persecutor, and they feel superior to the hero and the savior because, hey, that's the idiot that did all the hard work for me. I don't actually have to do anything. What a bunch of suckers. If you'd like to talk one-on-one about what you're going through or what you've gone through in a toxic relationship, you can email BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to set up private chats with me. Now, don't just think that narcissists do this with romantic partners. Pitting two lovers against each other is only the beginning. They can pull their children into play as well. If a narcissist has a partner, and let's say the relationship ends, narcissists will suck the kids in and turn them on the other parent. The other parent is now the bad guy. Lots of narcissists turn their children against the other parent. It's really sad. Kids are really often used as pawns in a lot of these relationships. They use their kids to get what they want from another person. Narcs will spoil their kids, for example, making them look great while the other parent looks bad. Oh, look, I give you all this stuff. I do all these things for you. Mom or dad, respectively, doesn't do all these things for you. Look how much better I am. And the list is unfortunately endless. Just as they do this with their kids, they'll do this with their own parents, their siblings, teaming up and getting some to go up against others. We know that they can do all of this with anyone. So the topic slowly turns to, well, what exactly can we do about this? That's always really important. If we identify that this is happening in a relationship, no matter if it's platonic or otherwise, how can we handle this? And recognizing this behavior is honestly step one. If you're seeing that this is a pattern with somebody that you know, this is a potentially narcissistic person, a highly toxic person. Triangulation is extremely manipulative. So if you believe you're with a highly narky person, you can probably even identify the role that you've played in the triangulation. And I encourage you to explore this further because when we study all these things, it helps answer a lot of questions. One other really important thing, leave your reactions at the door. Have a conversation with the narcissist about this if you want to. Keep emotions to yourself because that's what the narcissist wants. And honestly, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I've read hundreds, if not thousands of articles that say, talk to them, have a conversation, tell them how you feel. These people who write these articles, I'm sorry, they've just never been with a narcissist. And so, I'm just going off the cuff here. Don't talk to these fucks. I'm sorry, they don't care about you. They don't care about what you think. They're manipulating you. They don't value you as a person. Nothing's going to change. And now if you have a conversation with them, they know that it bothers you. The shit's only going to get worse. They love to get the rise, the reaction, the response, the shit I've been saying for 4 years. And I'm sorry, maybe what I'm saying is awful advice, but I've been through this. You can talk till you're fucking blue in the face. Nothing changes, and those things that you think you can have conversations with them about, you cannot because it's all turned, flipped on you, and used against you. I guess I have to say, have the conversation and, do it in private and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll just say it in the video for the sake of saying it, but don't have a conversation with someone like this. I guess my question becomes, why would you want to? I don't want to talk to somebody who I know is manipulating me. Just get away from me. What's going to change? Except now you've given them all this ammunition and things they can hurt you with. Anyway, I guess I better digress and move on. Something that you absolutely can do is set boundaries. Boundaries, standards, and consequences. Get them and use them. Of course, I'm always going to say that if this is a relationship that you can walk away from, walk, run, go. There's no talking to someone, like I say, who doesn't want to hear you, and you can't hurt a person who just doesn't care. There's nothing you can do. There's no revenge you can get. There's no compromise. There's nothing. They want complete servitude from you, and you're not going to get anything. You're going to get nothing from them except a swift kick in the ass when they're done with you. The best tip is just go. If you can go, then leave. And maybe if you can't right now, then begin to plan your trip on how to go. I wish these tips on how to deal with this were honestly more helpful. I'm still posting and uploading this video anyway. I don't give a shit. I just don't deal with this. It's garbage and it's bullshit, and you don't deserve to have to deal with this. And what conversation are you going to have where they go, wow, I realize, and self-reflect. I was being abusive and manipulative. Yes, you're right. I'll change now. Come on. This is just, this is ridiculous. So tell me down in the comments, who were you triangulated with? Was it the exes, social media, kids, parents? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe for more videos every week. Consider becoming a channel member to support my work here and my efforts. As always, have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.